Good afternoon, everyone. so, today we're going to be doing the Crown 1 500 at a little random speed bite. Um, yeah. I haven't figured out the name for it yet. I've got 30 minutes to figure out a name for it. So, yeah. Let's get on with the pre-race talk. So, um, I, you know, some people may not know, but Kyle Larson won in the last race, and he won on the road course. Um, and so today he is our winner, and we will be talking with him before the race, asking him what he thinks, and several other drivers. But Kyle Larson yesterday, you could tell he was going for it. One second. All right. Alright, so pretty much in about 20 minutes we have the race going. But Kyle Larson, he won in that last race. So you know, he came yesterday and he beat everyone. So I mean, there's a good area where there's a good chance that he could win again today. Um, which honestly that wouldn't surprise me a whole lot if he won today. Because he got started really good, um, and you know, honestly overall he's a very good driver. We saw that yesterday. Um, though he never stopped and gave up. He kept on going and going and going and going until he just couldn't go anymore. And I think that's the attitude that some of these other drivers need. Keep going and going and going and going until you just can't go anymore. And, Kyle Larson, he just pushed through and went for it. He was not, giving it any chances. He was going for it, But I think that we're going to see a lot out of him today. Um, Now, last night in last night's race, for some reason, the audio equipment that I was using did not want to work. So, I don't know. I'm gonna get out some different audio equipment, and hopefully that will work. I will do a mic check, before we actually do it and start the race. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and cover that. I don't know what caused it to go, or what caused it to do that. I don't know, but I can rest assure you, it shouldn't do it tonight. Because I don't know, it was just kind of acting weird last night, so maybe it won't do it tonight. I've got a different audio, a different audio setup, the exact same setup, but it's using different, audio equipment. So we will see how that works. But Kyle Larson today is going to be our pole sitter. Sitting in his 42 Credit One Bank car. Right behind him is Jimmy Johnson. But in the first row, or in row 1, we have our pole sitter. Him. Kyle Larson is our pole sitter today. Jimmy Johnson is in second. Martin Truex Jr. is in third. Kyle Busch is sitting in fourth. And let's see, we have Harvick in fifth. We have Crawford. Let's see, I messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crawford is in sixth place. Cole Custer, or kind of known as Cold Custer, is in seventh place. Last but not least, in row 1 is Denny Hamlin, also known as Denny Hamster. Now, in row 2 in front will be your winner. Then it will be in the 12 Dex imaging car. It is Ryan Blaney. In second, it is Brad Keselowski. Then, in third, it is Chase Elliott. Fourth, Joey Logano. In fifth, Eric Almirola. In sixth, Eric Jones. And in last place back there, all the way in the back, is Chase Elliott Fan 9. Now, I honestly think that Chase Elliott Fan 9 can, get up into first today. I will be rooting for him today because, last night he did not, do good. He was not right. Something was wrong with the car. So I think that he has that fixed now. But we will see if he has that fixed. And yeah. So I hope that he does a good job today, which I bet he actually will. I think he will. I think he'll do a very good job today, keeping that car straight. And last night Larson spun him out, and he was not having it at all. Kyle Larson spun him out, and so Chase Elliott Fan 9 did that to him, and then Kyle Larson, after that it got the car all weird, and he wrecked Chase Elliott Fan 9. So, and with how everything is all set up, in rows, if you don't make it in the top, or if you don't make it in first place in the first race, you will not be in the second race. But if you're in the second race, then it's all or nothing. So first, you race against the pole sitter, and then after that, the person that came in first place races against all these guys, all the people that are back in second row, and then whoever wins or whoever beats the person that is in first at the time, then they win. So whoever is in first place by the end of the second race is your pole sitter for the next race. But Kyle Larson, he did an amazing job last night. He kept the car, all centered. He kept it going. You know, I don't think that he could have done a better job at it last night. I think a lot of people can learn a little bit from Kyle Larson, that is. But but all three of the brand new cars are up in the first row. Denny is in last place, but that's kind of to be expected. I'm sorry, but he's in last place. He's probably just starting to get used to the car, and it might take him a little bit, but you gotta give him a little bit to get the car all figured out. But I don't know how Kyle Larson did it last night, but he just was not letting that money go. He was not letting that trophy go. He was going all or nothing. So I have really good hopes for Kyle Larson today. But there again, someone could come up right behind him and then just boom, easily ruin it for him. But a lot of these races, some people will kind of get a little confused with them. But, I guess some people, like Chase Elliott Fan 9, he does stop motion. Go subscribe to him. He's awesome. And yeah, go subscribe to him. He does stop motion. So, different people race differently. For me, I had these little plastic tracks laying around. And I like these little plastic tracks. They're awesome. You can do all sorts of races with them. And then, I did basic NASCAR. But now it's gotten to the point where I have so many cars that, I have to start doing it in, rows. Because at first, you remember in all of those races, all the cars would just, fall right off the track. Well, now that we're doing it in rows, it makes it a little bit more fair. So, yeah. I cannot wait until this race gets started because, man. Now I know that I was supposed to do the race at 12, but I changed the time because that's the time that I woke up. Now, on other news, let's see. One of the news is oh yeah, these are going to be Logano's last couple races here, and then he will be sent off to Missouri, or no, in Kansas actually, to go with Chase Elliott Fan 9, and Chase Elliott Fan 9 is sending me my old Logano back, which will, last me for a good little bit until I get another Logano, which works out perfectly fine. I get my old Logano back, and I can get a new one, for Christmas or, whatever's coming up next. I'm hoping Christmas I can get one, because, that the last Logano, it started giving me issues. I've got several of these cars that, I've had for a long time. I've had, like that Chase Elliott, I've had that Chase Elliott for a long time. And I've noticed that he hasn't been performing as well as, I would have hoped. Chase Elliott, he hasn't been performing as well. And I think that's just the car overall. Um, you know, uh, let's see, Martin Truex, he's been through a ton of cars. Um, his old car, it has brand new wrap on it. It's the 19 of Kyle Busch. Yeah, I wrapped it in that paint. But then, he had his newer 78, which he could not drive that car. So then he went back to his older car a little bit. Then he went to his new 19 car, and, it was kind of swapped in and out. But, the car that he's driving now, it's pretty good. It's kind of in line with all the other cars. Now, Jimmy Johnson has not made a win this season. And I'm waiting for him to make a win. Now, this is going to, no. But yeah. Jimmy, he hasn't made a win so far. So, I'm kind of hoping that he does. But, if he doesn't, that's going to be alright too. But I cannot wait until he makes a win. I think he's made a win once, but last night when Kyle Larson spun the 88, that kind of made me a little bit mad. But he's new to the track, and to be honest, it was a road course, so that does make it a little bit harder. But that doesn't really give him any excuse to spin him like he did. And yeah, we will have the race starting in about 13 minutes from now. But I cannot wait until we can watch these engines start roaring, and it's just gonna be a good time. And yeah, cannot wait until we can start racing today. Now that I haven't had a lot of activity on my channel, and that's mainly because of all the stress, of having 2 YouTube channels, but that's part of it. So yeah. So I'm gonna let you guys stare at the track until it turns to race time. So yeah, until it's race time, you guys can stare at the track. And yep. Now, also in today's race, we will also be doing, obviously, this as well. Now, the reason why we don't do it on the road course is because the road course is just a little too tight to do it. The races are kind of short, and when the cars aren't racing, they do replace the tires. But I think that this race is going to be pretty nice. So, while they're exchanging, oh shoot, I need to fix something on the track before the race, so I'm going to do that real quick. So, yeah. This track always needs maintenance, but that's kind of part of it. These tracks need constant maintenance, especially when we constantly run on them. But like I said, that's just kind of part of it. But these tracks are amazing. There we go. Got that all fixed up. and we're going to start racing here soon. And I know a lot of people don't really care about the pre-race talk, and that's kind of understandable. I can understand why some people don't really like the pre-race talk. There's not a whole lot interesting. You can't really see, what's going on. But we're going to start the race here soon. In exactly 3 minutes. So I'll see you guys over there. And yeah, bye for now.